Hey, it's Michelle, and this is a story I didn't think I'd ever be telling because honestly, I thought it never could happen to me. I wasn't a criminal. I didn't break the law. I wasn't doing anything wrong, but I was wrong, and that is the story. You see, I grew up thinking that police abuse was something other people dealt with. You know, the bad guys, the ones doing shady things, the ones who had something to hide. Not people like me, law-abiding, respectful, clean record, not looking for trouble. And then it happened. We're taught from a young age, if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to worry about. That line, it sounds reasonable. It feels like common sense. But the truth is a lie. A dangerous, lazy, comfortable lie. And I bought into it completely. For years. The problem is your rights, your safety, and your dignity, they're only protected if the people in power decide to respect them. And in some counties, some jurisdictions, that respect is just, it's not there. Now, I lived in South Lake Tahoe for several years, and the El Dorado County sheriffs there, the cops there, they were not exactly warm. They were blunt, even rude at times, but they followed the rules, they did their job, and they stuck to the code, at least by me. So I got spoiled. I assumed that's just how law enforcement worked. Imperfect, sure, but ultimately lawful. But when I crossed over into Placer County, Lincoln, Rockland, Roseville, that illusion crumbled. Let me put it plainly. They don't follow procedure. They cut corners, they violate rights, and they've been getting away with it for a really long time. It was a routine stop, nothing major, but they never gave me my ID back. They pushed me towards their vehicle and told me to sit on the bumper like I was some kind of threat. Then they just left, took off in a rush. When I drove away, I heard something shift. Pulled over, looked around. My purse had been left on the roof of my car. It had fallen into the street, in the dark. My phone was scattered, my cash gone, my ATM card vanished. They never told me it was there. They just left me to deal with it alone. And just like that, I saw it. They didn't care. In that moment, my belief system, it collapsed. I realized I was never immune. I just hadn't been targeted yet. It hit me hard. It's not about guilt. It's not about innocence. It's about power. And when people of power decide the rules don't apply to you or to them, what you thought were your rights turn out to be suggestions, optional and disposable. Here's the part I can't shake. I genuinely thought they'd never have a reason to search me illegally. I believed that fully until they didn't need one. I was the kind of person who trusted the system, who thought law-abiding citizens were safe, who thought things like illegal searches only happen in movies or maybe in headlines to other people. And now I know better. Today, I document everything. I ask questions, I know my rights, I speak up, not because I'm trying to start a fight, but because I refuse to be silent, because I refuse to stay naive. Because once you've seen how quickly your rights can be dismissed, you don't go back to sleep. If you're listening to this and you think, that can never happen to me, I'm begging you, wake up. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how legal, how polite, how sober, or how calm. If someone with a badge decides they can violate you without consequence, they will. I never thought it could happen to me, but it did. And if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. Don't let it take a violation to wake you up. Know your rights, use your voice, and never assume the system is protecting you until you see it do so.